and welcome. I'm Jamal Sheikh and I'm the editor of Men's Health magazine. And I'm here to welcome you to our brand new series, Fit, Fitter, Fittest. A show that will not just teach you ways to upgrade your health, but also join you in your journey from fit to fittest. First up is a magic trick for anyone who wants to lose weight. HIIT is going to work wonders for you. Here's how.
A scale of 0 to 10, does your motivation to work out ranks a -1? Do you feel it's difficult to squeeze in exercise during family time? Well, in that case, high-intensity interval training is going to be super helpful to you.
If you want to lose weight and you don't have a lot of time to spend in the gym, high intensity interval training is one of the best ways of doing that. HIIT is actually a concept of exercising. You have short bouts of very high intensity anaerobic exercises. Now between two short bouts, we have what we call a low intensity or a rest period. That low intensity period can be around 50% of the intensity or can be a complete rest period depending upon your fitness level and the intensity level in your high intensity bout.
HIIT is a rage in the fitness industry, and that's only because it can get you the desired results. More so, when research claims that this kind of maximum capacity exercise routine can get great fitness and health results in as little as 7 minutes, few times a week.
Now there are two types of bodies. One is a body of a marathon runner, other is a body of a power lifter. There are a lot of people who are actually looking for a body which is a combination of both. So not a lot of people wants to be as skinny as a marathon runner. Not everyone wants to be as bulky as a power lifter. So that's where we have a body of a sprinter, which is lean, strong and muscular. And that's exactly the kind of body you get if you're doing HIIT form of training. Second is what we call EPOC, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. Now, because the EPOC effect is very big during HIIT, you tend to burn a lot of calories even post your workout. The exercises are very intense. We have a lot of lactic acid production in our muscles that actually promotes growth hormones in the body, and growth hormones is something that all the athletes are looking for. This is something that gives definition to the muscles, strength to your body and really makes one look good.
So short, intense bursts of exercise are fine, but are there any drawbacks?
The only drawback that can be during an HIIT workout is that because the short bouts are very, very intense, people can get injured if they're not guided properly. If you're doing an exercise at a very high intensity level, you should know your limits.
All you need is a go-ahead from your doc regarding your fitness and you're all set to shed those extra kilos.
I think it's just about being really extremely healthy, eating right, sleeping on time, drinking enough water, exercising and just having a positive outlook towards everything in life.
Believe it or not, fitness is just 30% exercise and 70% nutrition. So eventually, we are what we eat. We have with us today Dr. Ritika Samaddar, who's going to tell us how to pick up a healthy breakfast.
Hi, I'm Ritika Samaddar, the Chief Dietitian for Max Healthcare, and today we are out here in the shopping mart to buy some groceries and see something what is healthy for us and what is not. So I think as consumers, it is very, very important for us to, when we are picking up things from the shelf, we need to see what is exactly healthy for us and what is not. So I think all of us buy breads, you know. So, and whenever we pick up bread, we probably just see into the color whether it's white or brown. But as consumers, it is very important that whenever we are picking up a bread, ideally go and read the ingredients. So as you can see over here, this actually says a whole wheat bread. So this is what is very, very healthy. Things like refined flours are very, very unhealthy and are a strict no-no for our diets. So I think we've picked up our bread for today's breakfast, and now we can walk across to the next counter. Okay, now we enter into another very, very important and interesting section, which is called the breakfast cereal section. I think we've all given up our traditional parathas and rotis, and we've now got hooked on to these so-called breakfast cereals. But again, we have to be very, very careful when we are choosing these breakfast cereals, because most of them are very, very unhealthy. And just a few notes on how to pick up a healthy breakfast cereal. So whenever you pick up these healthy breakfast cereals, always turn back and look into the nutritional information. What we are looking at, what is considered to be a healthy thing, is of course we're looking at whole wheat flours, we are looking at things like oats, which are very, very healthy, and very important for us to understand is the amount of sugar in them. But if the sugar contents are very high, it actually makes it very, very calorie dense and not very healthy for all of us. Okay, now this corner looks to be very interesting to me. These are all the dips. So I think especially as mothers, when we are very concerned about what things to give our children and we'll end up only giving them chips, we have something more interesting over here. These are the dips, which are natural dips, and they are also very, very high in the nutrition quality. So if I pick up certain things like a Greek goddess and all, these are very high in proteins. So for your child, this is one which is very tasty, and I'm sure he's going to lick his fingers after that.
Next up, we come with a dose of motivation. 23-year-old Gaurav Arora went from 110 kilos to 68 kilos to become a men's health cover model. Here's what we can learn from him.
I'm a fitness lover. I was 120 kgs. My motivation is like Ronaldo.
From this to this was certainly not a cakewalk.
I was 120 kgs in my school days, in my college days. Now I am 68. It took 2 years from 120 to 68 kgs.
Deflecting constant comments from friends that he was too fat was not an easy task.
I had no girlfriends, I had no friends because of my fat. I was very indisciplined. I was very unhealthy child. I was eating anything, junk food. No time, no discipline, no diet. I didn't follow any diet.
But one decision changed Gaurav's life.
Nowadays, I'm very disciplined. I do my workout daily. I'm so addicted to my gym. I feel so blessed. I feel so healthy. Day by day, I'll get inspiration from myself only. No steroids, no supplements. So I do only workouts. I do only weight trainings. I do only functional trainings. I do only running, cardio. I follow proper disciplined diet. I start with low carbs and I end it with also low carbs. I don't eat salt. I don't eat sweets.
And today, Gaurav is a proud man.
Health is like life. I feel proud when I go to the gym, when I feel, when I look at the mirror.
And prompt comes a reply if we ask him that one tip that he thinks everyone must follow to keep healthy.
Just love yourself, eat healthy, live healthy, and feel healthy.
Gymming today is far more than barbells and dumbbells and big muscular physiques. Fitness First trainer Vipin Rana shows us what functional training is all about.
Functional training means it's a free movement wherein you can move your body like in an easy way. You don't have to go to the gym. You can do in a park, on terrace or wherever you like with less equipment. Now functional training, it works more with your body weight. So less of equipment, more of body weight, that means more fat burning capabilities. This is TRX, Total Body Resistance Exercise. This is very popular amongst youngsters, be it from age group from 18 till 50. 90% this will focus on your core area, which is your abs and lower back. The best part about TRX is you can carry this particular equipment to your home, to your garden, to your park or to your terrace as well. It is again a very sports specific workout. You need a trainer because technique is very important, otherwise you might get injured. Kettlebell is very important, however it's a sports specific workout because the kettlebell has weights at the bottom of the plate. So basically it's a movement based workout and it burns a lot of calories. And functional training, it burns around 700 to 800 calories in 1 hour.
Now that we know what functional training is all about, it's time to eat right. In fact, we can go out and indulge our taste buds as well. When we eat out, we can still eat right. Chef Ritu Dalmia shows us how.
तो एक बोल चाहिएगा ड्रेसिंग के लिए. This is really one of my all-time favorite, how shall I say, starter. It's something I give as a canapé. You know, people can pick in a big cocktail party. Works wonderfully as a first course and also a great midnight snack because, I mean, as you can see, I'm always fighting with weight. So this, when you eat, you feel really that you're doing good for yourself because I don't know, I mean, the good guys here will calculate the calories for you, but from the things that go in, there's really no calories whatsoever, in my opinion. And it tastes so bloody good that even I am shocked by my own talent. Okay, so this is a take on the classic Vietnamese spring roll. What they do is, what's amazing about the Vietnamese spring roll is that they don't fry it. It's basically rice paper sheet which has just been soaked in warm water for a couple of minutes till it becomes all soft. And the filling, the traditional recipe is raw vegetables, carrot, cucumber, basil, but you can add whatever you want, and of course keeping the health part in mind. So I am going to do some artichokes, some roasted pumpkin, just pumpkin that has been roasted in the oven and cubed, some glass noodle, which is actually one of my favorite noodles in the world, because it's very recently that I figured out that this it's no gluten, it's basically mung beans, so it's really no rice, no wheat, no starch whatsoever, just actually starch, but mung beans starch, so that's good proteins, I would think. So I'm going to add some of the roasted pumpkin, glass noodle, and for seasoning, just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil or sesame oil, whatever you prefer, salt, and what I have here is a dressing, which is always nicer if it's kept overnight because the flavors imbibe in it, which is nothing but some extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of chili paste, some roasted peanut, and lots of herbs. That's it. I have added some mint, basil, and coriander, but you can add whatever you have handy in the fridge. Okay, so let's just mix this so it's given it the flavor. So here's the spring roll. First I'm going to put some fresh basil leaves. Then little bit of glass noodle, pumpkin, artichoke, and of course nothing I do is without rocket leaves. So it's nicely packed. You want a little bit more punch, add a little bit more of dressing, or you could just not add the dressing at this point and serve the dressing on the side. And now comes the rolling part. You have to be careful because you want it very tightly rolled so that when you slice it, it cuts well. Okay, so now nicest is to cut it into two. Just a little black sesame for garnish. The cold Vietnamese spring roll, but our way.
That brings us to an end of today's episode. You may be a step closer to your fitness goals, but remember, we ain't leaving you till you're at your fittest. See you again next week.